Okay, so before this video starts, if you like the video, give it a like, comment, it helps the algorithm. Thank you very much for actually supporting the content that I've been posting up recently. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, what's up guys? So I'm outside, out and about. Today's a good day, it's actually good weather out. But I decided to come out here and make a video about one of my most underrated consoles of all time. No, I'm not talking about the Dreamcast. No, I'm not talking about the Game Boy Micro. We are talking about the PS Vita. Now, there might be sounds everywhere, but little microphone. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the PS Vita and why I think you guys should buy it in 2024. I actually have two versions of it, so let me pull them out. This is my main version, the PS Vita 2000 in the white colorway. It's my baby. I take care of this all the time. I do need to get a case and a screen protector, but there's so many games out for it. I use it all the time. And I recently got this one, which is the PS Vita 2000 as well, but in the glossy black colorway. I got this a minute ago. I did a trade with someone, but honestly, it works perfectly flawless. And yeah, they're not, how do I say it? They're not rare, but they're also not super common. Alright guys, so this is the reason why I carry this around with me all the time. I could play the Switch, I could do all that, but just this is different. Yes, I've installed Enzo on it just because this makes it easier. And yes, I have like a custom screen retro. Your Vita is ready. Now it's loading. I have so many games here. Let me see. Double check. Everything seems fine. But yeah, this is the layout. And it is touchscreen. It has a front touchscreen at the front. It has a touchscreen in the back. Some games take advantage of that, like Killzone Mercenaries, Uncharted Golden Abyss, Call of Duty kind of does it a little bit here. Some like timey stuff, but it's mostly the big titles. I have some anime stuff here. Sonic Unleashed, Persona 4 Golden. Holy shit. I've never been a Persona guy. I don't intend to be that guy, the Persona guy, but damn, Persona 4 Golden on the Vita? This was literally the last game I downloaded for my anime section. People kept telling me, you need to play Persona 4, you need to play Persona 4. And I was just like, yeah, I'll get around to it when I, bro, it is such a masterpiece on the Vita. Let me actually click on that and show you how it pops up. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I've put in hours into this game. figuring out the intro and the cutscenes and like the TV dimension and that creepy guy in the limo and just the relationships you can make with friends and all the power-ups you can get is just phenomenal. We have One Piece, BB, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Gravity Rush, Borderlands 2, Mecha Wars, J Stars. I remember getting J Stars on the PS4, and then once I got the Vita, realizing it was a port for the Vita, was just mind blowing. Dragon Fantasy 2, which is also a really good game, not gonna lie. Okay, then we'll move on to my top games, which I have. These are a lot of PS2 remasters, kind of. So Resistance, Burning Skies, good game. Metal Gear Solid HD Collection is phenomenal, as the first two games. Need for Speed Most Wanted is just like the PS3, Xbox version. It's the home console, portably. I still can't wrap my head around that. Call of Duty Black Ops, very disappointing. It's okay. I finished the story mode. It was bland. Multiplayer is still strong on here, surprisingly. Resident Evil Revelations 2. I downloaded this. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, but I ended up downloading this and I really got into it. It has really nice colors. Some people say it's a bit slow and sluggish. I haven't seen any issues with it. I finished it on here first, and then I ended up playing it on the Switch. I feel like it's better on the Vita. The colors just feel a little bit more. I don't know. It feels just a different vibe. The aura is just different. Ratchet and Clank Collection is okay. It's a little bit slow at times, and Final Fantasy 10 2, and Final Fantasy 10. Holy moly, it's a really good game. Now, I know why some people hate it. Some of the dialogue, some of the laughing is just cringeworthy. It's just not it. But playing this portably, I own this already. And I played this on the PS2. But playing it portably is just a whole different thing. I like it. Blitzball and all that is a little weird to get used to. We have extras, just a bunch of modding stuff. Here, all the stores that I use. Easy VPK, Homebrew Browser, the Icon Pack, and the PKGJ, which is where you go to download all your games, whether it be PSP Minis, PS Vita. And one thing I would like to say, every video that I've seen people talk, and they like love PKGJ, and like everything's on there. No, it isn't. There's been certain PSP titles and certain PS1 titles that I've wanted. They're just not available, but you can always just sync it to your computer and do it that way. Then we have here, which is more extra stuff. I recommend if you have a 2000s to get the LCD color saturation mod. This makes everything better. San Andreas, obviously I have to have that. And then we'll go right here to sports. I have FIFA 22 and Top Games number 2, Wipeout 2048, and the PS Vita got its own version of Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed 3 Liberations. It's a side story from the original quest, but it is so beautiful. When you start the game and you're walking around and you get on top of that tower and you're looking through the whole town, it just looks so immersive, and the killing in this game is just chef's kiss. God of War Collection, it's 1 and 2. PlayStation also is actually really, really fun. I've spent a couple hours on it. The Amazing Spider-Man is really good for what the Vita could do. Injustice, just like the home console, I was genuinely surprised about Injustice. I was also surprised that they were able to get literally Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like, I got this on the PS3, and like, it's literally word for word the same game, even with all the DLC, which I thought was super cool. Unit 13 was surprisingly a good game. I enjoyed it. Tetris, because it's Tetris. I love playing Tetris. And Sonic Transformed, I played in literally, this is out for every console. Switch, 3DS, iOS, Android. It's out for everything at this point. But it's such a fun arcadey racing title that I'm just really into it. And yeah, the thumbsticks are really good. I actually do like the thumbsticks. I do plan on getting covers for it because it just needs covers. I have a PS5 theme on it going on, and if you go up here, is where all your stuff is. So all the stuff you download. Yes, I have RetroArch, and one recommendation that I would give you guys is to download Hexflow because it just makes it look slightly better than stock, in my opinion. That's just me. It's loading at the moment, but it has all your games. So they're by categories. So here's all my games, and then you can just click here to switch it. But yeah, they pop out like so. I think that just looks a lot better. There's so many games on here, like look at that. And now let's go into my favorite secondary thing. Yes, you could play PS Vita games, it's great. But you can also play PSP games and PSP minis and PS1 with Adrenaline 6.6.1. So it's loading right. It's basically just a PSP emulator. It runs like a PSP once you've loaded it up. So let me just show you guys that real quick. There we go. Load up all my games. Give it a minute. Yeah, I have a lot of games on here. So let's go over them. Excess Moto, really fun. Wipeout, these are all PSP titles. I mean, these are all PS1 titles. Junior Soccer League, I just downloaded this because it looked fun. It looked like the backyard sports games. Toy Story Racers were really fun. Tomb Raider, I remember playing that, and the third one. I remember playing all of these on the PS1 once I got my PS1. But yeah, shooters, Starfighters, I've not played this. Star Wars, obviously, Dark Forces. Rallycross is really, really fun. Rayman, come on. Resident Evil 3, Nemesis. What's this one? Oh, Neverland. And Medal of Honor Underground. It's actually a really fun game. I remember playing it, but on the Dreamcast. Medal of Honor. I also think this came out on Dreamcast, if I'm not mistaken. Hercules is fine. Harvest Moon, I've not played yet. Ford Racing is okay. Final Fantasy, obviously. You gotta have Bobble Bob. Bust a Move, aka Bobble Bob. I played Bubble Bob on every single console that I probably owned in my existence. I remember playing it at the arcades. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The only reason I got this game was because of Happy Console Gamer and that story that he had where he left the system to his parents' friends' kids, and they deleted his save. Him and Robman had to redo the whole thing. Chrono Cross, obviously Chrono Cross Trigger. Bomberman, another Bomberman. Siphon Filter. The only reason I got Siphon Filter is because I'm so in love with the series on the PSP. So I wanted to try out the PS1 version. Alpha 3. I was a huge Street Fighter. I think because of my dad. My dad, when he lived in Mexico, he used to cut school to go to the arcades to throw down some coins to play Street Fighter, which I thought was cool. Street Fighter 2 Alpha, and then Street Fighter Alpha, the regular. Persona 2, because I loved Persona 4 Golden, so I wanted to try out the originals. Manhunt 2. I've never played Manhunt. I've heard about it. I know the story, the lore. Justice League, obviously such a good game. And the PSP versions of God of War Olympus, and Chains Unbound. No, Ghost of Sparta. And then the GTA games. You have to have the GTA games. So Chinatown Wars, Vice City Stories, Liberty City Stories, Power Stone Collection. We recently just got confirmation for the fighting pack, so Power Stone is back. So I'm super happy for that. Full Auto 2, Battle Lines. I remember playing the demo a lot. I've never actually played the full game, so I re-downloaded it. Hot Shot Golf, great series. It's out on every console, even PS Vita has its own version. What is this? Final Fantasy again. I'm just replaying all the old Final Fantasy Tactics, Origins, Lilo and Stitch. It's a really fun, how do you call it? It is a bit of a puzzle game slash like a Mario type. The Lego games are fun. Daxter, I remember beating it. That was one of the first games I got on my PSP. Castlevania, Dracula X Chronicles, Right now, Legends, such a solid game. Driver, what else can I say? Silent Hill is a creepy fucking game. I'm sorry for my language, but it's fucking creepy. I don't remember playing this back in the day, but I recently just got it, started playing it, and it is creepy. Specifically, if you have headphones on. Pac-Man, come on. Parasite Eve, also